Learning and Study, Episode 9, Retrieval Practice. The information in this episode comes from Make It Stick, The Science of Successful Learning, by professional writer Peter C. Brown and educational psychologist Henry L. Roediger III and Mark A. McDaniel. The most productive study technique resulting in long-term knowledge is spaced out, interleaved retrieval practice. In this section, we will focus on retrieval practice. Retrieval practice is recalling facts, concepts, procedures, or events from memory. Retrieval practice is absolutely essential for hanging on to knowledge. Periodic retrieval practice arrests forgetting and strengthens retrieval routes. So, how do we apply retrieval practice? Let's say we are studying and we're reading a textbook, or we could be reading some notes. A simple quiz on the reading produces much better learning than rereading. You may notice that most textbooks have practice questions after each section, and even more at the end of each chapter. Use them. They work. Even better, let me show you what I do. When I read a section I really need to learn, I will write out as many questions as I can think of on the information contained therein, and later quiz myself on it repeatedly. I'm a big fan of the family television comedy The Middle. In a few episodes, the dad, Mike Heck, helps his wife Frankie and their son Axel study. He looks at their notes and just starts asking them questions about the material. I remember thinking, wow, what a perfect example of retrieval practice. He is doing it exactly right. How is retrieval practice better than rereading? There are two basic reasons. First, I'm going to use another coaching example. In sports, there is a very insightful piece of advice which says, practice how you play and play how you practice. The more you replicate the conditions of an actual game during practice, the better prepared you'll be in the real event. Academics is no different. Think about what the real event is in most academic settings. The real event in most academic settings is an exam. So, why not practice how you will be playing? You are going to be asked to answer questions. Practice by answering questions. Rereading doesn't accomplish what retrieval practice does. Retrieval practice replicates the conditions of an exam. Here's the second reason. Quizzing practice calibrates our judgments of what we have learned. Self-testing is a tool to identify areas of weakness. Self-testing is a dipstick in measuring what we know and what we don't know. Remember, we are all very susceptible to the illusion of knowing. Rereading, if you remember, creates the illusion of knowing. Retrieval practice gives us a reality check on what we know. So, the most effective way to study is spaced out, interleaved retrieval practice. So, how is this new way of studying going to feel? Well, it's going to feel awful. You're going to feel a little lost. It's going to feel kind of slow. it is going to feel like you are not learning much at all or anything. Spaced out, interleaved retrieval practice does require more effort. But I will let you in on a little secret. Easy learning is temporary. You really want a struggle. Believe it or not, forgetting is a useful thing between practice sessions. Learning is deeper and more durable when it is effortful. What have we learned so far? Retrieval practice, through periodically recalling information, consolidates long-term memories. Retrieval practice better replicates exam conditions than simply rereading notes or text. Retrieval practice protects us from the illusion of knowing. Spaced out, interleaved retrieval practice feels awful, but the struggle will pay off.